Imagine a time when there was no time. A moment so profoundly different from anything we can comprehend, where the very concept of time had no meaning. It's a challenge to wrap our minds around, but this is where our story begins. A place where space didn't even exist. No dimensions, no distances, just an infinite void of nothingness. It's almost impossible to visualize, but this was the state of everything before the universe came into being. Our universe, everything we know, every star, every galaxy, all of it once fit into a space smaller than a single atom. This tiny, incredibly dense point held all the energy and matter that would eventually form everything we see around us today. Then, about 13.8 billion years ago, in a flash of unimaginable energy, it happened. The Big Bang. This wasn't just an explosion, it was the birth of space and time itself, a moment of creation that set everything into motion. A singular event, so explosive that it sparked the birth of everything. The energy released in that instant was beyond anything we can fathom, and it marked the beginning of the universe's expansion. In that instant, our universe began expanding at incredible speed. This rapid expansion, known as inflation, stretched space itself, causing it to grow exponentially in a fraction of a second. Space stretched out, taking with it all the particles that would one day become stars, planets, and us. These particles, initially just a hot, dense soup of energy, began to cool and form the building blocks of matter. This wasn't an explosion into empty space. Instead, space itself was being created and expanding, carrying everything within it outward. Space itself was growing, expanding, pushing everything apart. This expansion continues even today, with galaxies moving away from each other as the universe grows larger. As the universe expanded, it cooled. This cooling allowed particles to slow down and combine, forming the first simple atoms. And over the next few 100 million years, hydrogen and helium atoms formed, paving the way for stars and galaxies. These were the simplest and most abundant elements, and they became the building blocks for everything that followed. These first stars blazed bright, cooking up heavier elements in their cores. Through the process of nuclear fusion, they transformed hydrogen and helium into elements like carbon, oxygen, and iron. Eventually, they exploded, seeding the cosmos with the building blocks of life. These supernovae scattered the heavier elements into space, where they would become part of new stars, planets, and eventually, living organisms. About 9 billion years later, one small star was born in a cloud of dust and gas. This star, our Sun, formed from the remnants of previous generations of stars, enriched with the elements they had created. Around it, debris gathered to form planets. These planets, including Earth, coalesced from the dust and gas left over from the Sun's formation. One of them was Earth. Our home, a planet with the perfect conditions for life to develop and thrive. And here, life would emerge, leading to us, curious beings looking back at our origins. From simple single-celled organisms to complex multicellular life, evolution took its course, eventually giving rise to humans. Today the universe is still expanding, a constant echo of that explosive beginning. This expansion is driven by a mysterious force we call dark energy, which makes up about 70% of the universe, and with each new discovery, we get closer to understanding how we came to be. Scientists use powerful telescopes and advanced technology to peer deeper into space and further back in time, uncovering the secrets of the cosmos, all thanks to that one incredible moment, the Big Bang. This event set the stage for everything that followed, shaping the universe in ways we are only beginning to understand.